has been challenged in 2 separate lawsuits. The question is, how will the court rule? Reporter Raid Binion has more.
It's a great day to cancel student debt.
High stakes at the high court as the Supreme Court hears arguments in 2 cases impacting millions of Americans. On Tuesday, justices considered whether President Biden's plan to erase student debt is constitutional.
Some of the finest moments in the court's history were pushing back against presidential assertions of emergency power.
Conservative justices also pointing to the price tag of the loan forgiveness program, an estimated $400 billion over time, according to the Congressional Budget Office, and questioning whether the program is fair.
But I think they argue that is missing is cost to other persons in terms of fairness, for example, people who've paid their loans, people who don't have planned their lives around not seeking loans, and people who are not eligible for loans.
Some liberal justices also weighing in on what may be fair.
I'm wondering whether or not the same fairness issue would arise with respect to any federal benefit programs.
One of the cases is a challenge from 6 GOP-led states wanting to block Biden's executive actions. The second involves 2 individual borrowers suing because they are not qualified for full debt relief. The Biden administration argued Congress gave it the power to forgive student loans because of financial hardships Americans face due to a national emergency, the COVID pandemic. An estimated 40 million people qualify for the program, which can forgive up to $20,000 per borrower. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Making their student loan repayments. Victor, I don't know if you noticed on your walk over here, but there was an awful lot of gray in the sky today. It honestly made me want to go back inside and tuck myself back into bed.
I felt the same way, Mauricio. It didn't look like it was going to go away anytime soon. Why don't we check in with our weather anchor, Kayla Bumpus, for our first look tonight? Kayla?
You're definitely going to have plenty of time to curl up and stay warm this week. Right now, we are seeing lots of clouds, and our temperature is 64 degrees, and wind speeds are pretty low at 6 miles per hour. And tonight, we're going to see very similar temperatures, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to still see some clouds, which is going to reflect tomorrow's weather. We're going to see lots of thunderstorms. Our high is going to be 70 degrees, and wind speeds are going to pick up all the way to 14 miles per hour. So definitely try and stay in, definitely stay warm. And we can go ahead. I will give you some more weather back later.
Thanks, Kayla. Out of all cities in the U.S., which one would you guess is the fastest growing for millionaire residents? It's not LA, it's not New York, it's actually Austin, Texas. Despite an increasing homeless population, Austin displays promise to millionaires seeking cheaper properties with a lot of potential. Other cities like West Palm Beach and Scottsdale, Arizona are seeing similar growth. Meanwhile, here in North Texas, where is the money? Well, according to Home Snacks, a real estate site, it's Southlake. But those folks, they're used to it. They came in first last year, too.
You know, they say Austin is becoming the new Hollywood. No wonder all the millionaires are moving up there. Next up, we talk about all things social media.
And we all know food can impact your heart, but maybe not in the way you expect when we come back.
All right.
Can I see your voter registration, please? All right, you're good. No registration, no entry. All right. Let me see your voter registration card, please.
I'm not registered to vote.
No registration, no entry.
Dude, my friends are already in there.
No registration, no entry.
What the?
Join the club. Register to vote today.
Has the weight of stress and anxiety ever felt too heavy to overcome? Wish there was a safe place to confide in? Wish granted. At UNT, we offer counseling and testing services to students located on the 3rd floor of Chestnut Hall. UNT, we're here for you.
With the latest security concerns involving the Chinese government, the U.S. government has joined a number of states banning TikTok. U.S. officials have banned TikTok on every federal issue, device, and those they contract with. It went into effect yesterday, and federal agencies have 30 days to issue these bans and remove the app. This ban marks the U.S.'s latest efforts to reduce national security risks and concerns on user data, and it comes from a bill passed last year requiring agencies to remove the social media app. Furthermore, the U.S. officials raised further concerns that the Chinese government could pressure ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, to hand over information that can be used for intelligence and disinformation purposes. While this concern is a possibility, independent security experts have yet to see a reported incident of such access to the data. TikTok is hoping to work with Congress to explore solutions that won't affect the censorship of Americans on TikTok.
And another popular social media is making headlines again. Twitter is updating its free speech policy to zero tolerance on violent speech. This policy includes prohibitions such as coded language to incite violence indirectly, encouragement of war crimes, genocide, crimes against humanity, and the use of so-called dog whistles, as well as wishing harm on others and making direct threats to physical infrastructure. The last time the company updated its policies on disruptive speech was back in 2019.
You know what, Victor? I know Kayla said it already, but I really do think it's going to rain tomorrow.
Mauricio, how on earth could you have come to that conclusion?
I don't know. Just call it a hunch.
Yeah, well, I think Kayla already told us earlier. So let's see if that hunch comes true. What's the rest of the weather week looking like, Kayla?
Mauricio, that hunch was right. A severe storm risk is issued for tomorrow starting around noon and will continue for thunderstorms all the way until early in the morning around 5 a.m. on Friday. So definitely avoid roads because there will be severe thunderstorms. Over in Denton, we are seeing warmer temperatures at 64. Over in across the state, we are going to see warmer temperatures, 64 in Denton, Abilene 64 as well. And in Austin, Texas, much warmer than we've been seeing, 83. And this week's forecast, Thursday, we are going to be seeing severe thunderstorms and rain, strong winds, so definitely avoid traveling, a high of 74 and a low of 41. Friday, we're going to start seeing some sun after the morning. The sun rises with a high of 63 and a low of 41. And we're going to enjoy this weekend because we have sun all weekend, sunny, 70 degrees, 75 Saturday and Sunday. Starting Monday, we're starting off the week cloudy again, and we're going to see that all the way until Wednesday with more thunderstorms and a high of 62 and a low of 41. That's the weather I have for you this week. Back to everyone at the desk.
Thank you, Kayla. Good news for anybody who suffers from diabetes. Life-saving medication might be getting a little cheaper. ntTV's Camille Perrin is at the UNT Health Center with more. Camille?
Thanks for the updates, Victor. To combat the explosion of diabetes cases throughout the world, Eli Lilly is the first among insulin providers to establish a cost cap at $35 per vial. But this is only the first hump of decades of rising costs for insulin. Current insulin prices with Lilly sit at $82 and will be reduced later this year. The new price comes based on a loyalty program with the pharmacies associated with Lilly, but partial refunds are available on the company's website to users at other locations. The move comes after Joe Biden made a push on lawmakers to cut costs on insulin as part of Medicare benefits. 1 in 5 U.S. citizens with diabetes are at risk of not affording insulin, with the average cost among companies offering the prescription nearing $1,000 a month. According to the National Center for Educational Statistics, 5% of college-age students have type 1 diabetes. Because insulin formulas differ across companies, many insulin users cannot change brands without risking adverse effects. Therefore, other companies need to follow in Lilly's footsteps in order to keep up. The CDC reports 1 in 4 young adults are now living with prediabetes. So, Chris, what is one thing you can avoid if you have or are at risk?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Camille, because if you like artificial sweeteners, it might be time to cut back. A new study has found that a zero-calorie sweetener has been linked to strokes, heart attacks, blood clots, and death. This is caused by a sugar replacement called erythritol. It's used in artificial sweeteners such as Truvia, Swerve, Lakanto, and Pure because it doesn't affect blood glucose levels and doesn't have any calories. Researchers found a correlation between increased erythritol levels and major cardiac events when they were analyzing blood samples of people at risk for heart disease. Researchers confirmed their results by testing a larger sample through 2018. If you're at risk for an adverse cardiac event, you might want to avoid artificial sweeteners with erythritol from now on. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Chris and Camille. Let's try and avoid those artificial sweeteners and go for real food, like all those great tastes from food trucks. Our Denton Eats anchor, Chris Goodwin, has something put together, and he has a list of a few of those trucks, and I think I'm going to go try those out this weekend. Chris, what do you have for us?
We're always on the move, and sometimes we gotta eat on the go. Here are some cravings that are running around Denton just as much as you are. The Pickle Carrot is a UNT alumni-owned food truck that specializes in Vietnamese cuisine. The food truck makes both their food and drinks fresh from ingredients and has a partnership with a local Vietnamese bakery. They are located at 208 North Austin Street and is open every day except Mondays at various times. Serving both chicken and beef bowls, Sassy Hibachi puts up a street-style twist on their hibachi and teppanyaki dishes. They too are located on 208 North Austin Street, Mondays through Fridays from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., as well as weekends opening up at 11:30. The Munchies food truck has something for everyone with their elevated American classics like brisket burgers with cheese, mac and cheese, grilled cheese, and more crazy combinations. Located at 117 East Oak Street, Mondays through Fridays from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. and weekends from 2 p.m. to midnight. Freddy's Tacos serves the Denton community 24/7 at 208 North Austin Street, serving classic quesadillas, tostadas, burritos, and more. Located at 2000 East McKinney Street, the Blind Fox serves a diverse Asian cuisine-inspired cuisine, offering dishes like kimchi mac and cheese, Korean meatballs, bao bun, and Indian buttered chicken. The food truck testing the boundaries of Asian food won the 2022 Most Unique Food Award. These are just a few of Denton's eateries taking on the open road. All of these food trucks have their own Facebook pages where they update about their whereabouts. After the show, I will be switching to O-Drive and head over to the Munchies food truck to grab me one of those grilled cheeses just because I want to see how they managed to make a grilled cheese even cheesier.
Thanks, Chris. I hope it's very cheesy. And JCPenney is having its first suit-up sale event since the pandemic has ended.
And Pokemon fans in Arlington were having fun at the library on National Pokemon Day. Stay with us for more.
He finally comes across a bar and orders a Coke.
Can't believe I said that.
It's not funny.
Live from UNT, it's Wheel of Culture.
Welcome back to Wheel of Culture. Our contestant is so close to solving this puzzle. But first, it's time to give the wheel a spin. Wow, you landed on London, one of the many places where you and your fellow students can go on a chance to experience new culture. But only if you can solve this puzzle.
I
I'd like to solve the puzzle. Study abroad.
That's correct. You just want yourself a trip to study abroad in London, England, and you can too. Just go to studyabroad.unt.edu to see deadlines and apply for scholarships. Get ready to study abroad.
No, I've been feeling gross all week. Maybe you should go get a COVID test. I already have all 3 of my shots. Yeah, but you can still get it. I mean, maybe you should go get one just in case. Yeah, you're right. We have that party and all. Why do we even get tested here? Let me check.
You can find free COVID testing sites at the University Union, room 381 on weekdays, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., and on weekends, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and at Chestnut Hall, room 120, from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. You have to show the QR code given to you when you arrive for an appointment. Tests take no longer than 10 minutes to complete. Results will be sent through text or email within the next 48 hours.
I got a negative COVID test. Me too. Oh my god, let's go to the party. Yes. Let's go.
With the UNT Spring Preview and other events right around the corner, you may be in need of a snazzy suit right about now. Our very own Talia Munson is live at the Golden Triangle Mall with more information about how you could get your own snazzy suit. Talia?
Thanks, guys. Happy first day of March. Well, let's get right down to business. And to do that, we're going to need to be wearing the right attire, and so we can march right into the real world. So I'm here at the JCPenney at the Golden Triangle Mall, where the annual Suit Up event will be happening this Sunday. Now, this event is back up and running for the first time since the pandemic and is teaming up with the UNT Career Center to help out. I'm here with Amy Furman from the UNT Career Center, who will be giving us more insight for eager seniors like myself. So Amy, what type of offers should students expect to see at this event?
Yes, if you come in between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. this Sunday, March 5th, you can expect to get up to 50% of discounts applied to career professional clothing. So if you lack that suit for an interview, we'd love to see you here between 3 and 6. So up to 50% of discounts.
Perfect. And what would you say students can benefit the most from this type of event?
I think just having professional clothing. A lot of our students, as you know, don't have appropriate professional attire, so we are happy to help out in any way to get you career ready.
All right, and lastly, is there any other events or anything on campus that is related to this event in any type of way?
Yeah, we do have a Suit Up clothing closet that's located in Crumley Hall because we saw such success from this in previous years. So 8 to 5, you can come by, get business professional wear, and rent that item for an interview or a career event for up to a week. So we'd love to see you there.
All right, perfect. That sounds great. Thank you so much, Amy. Well, you know where to be this Sunday at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And make sure to bring your student ID to get these special offers. Well, that's all that I have for you guys. I'm Talia Munson. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Talia. This Monday was National Pokemon Day, the anniversary of when the first Pokemon games, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, were first released for the Nintendo Game Boy. As a way of celebrating, the Arlington Public Library put on a fun event for fans to come together and talk about the franchise they love. And I had the pleasure of getting to talk to both new and longtime fans. Take a look.
Gotta catch 'em all. On February 27th, the George W. Hawks Downtown Library in Arlington decided to put on a Pokemon event for National Pokemon Day, where over 100 people of all ages came together to talk about the massive franchise. Whether it was trading the trading cards, battling with the trading cards, or bringing their Nintendo Switches to play the newest games together, patrons were just filled with that Pokemon trainer spirit. Many even wanted to share what their favorite Pokemon was.
My favorite Pokemon is probably Fuecoco. I feel like he's my personified me because he's head empty, no thoughts, and also loves food, and that's me.
Oh, my favorite's Mewtwo.
Mewtwo? It's a sick one. Awesome.
It's a big debate since they keep adding more Pokemon every year, and I'm honestly on the verge of saying Leafeon is one of mine.
You'd swear there was an uproar with the amount of noise that was coming from the room. you definitely would have wanted to take a Pikachu inside. And the interesting thing was, everyone had a different story on how they became Pokemon fans.
What got you into Pokemon?
Well, I mean, I think, not really anything. I kind of just like it. Like cool monsters and the cool moves and the games are really nice.
So I started playing Pokemon when I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade. I think one of my neighbors got me into Pokemon, so I played like all the main story games.
As a fan of Pokemon myself, it was really nice to see a bunch of Pokemon fans come together for a franchise that started back in 1996 as a couple of pixels on a screen smaller than a smartphone.
I really like creating a team and then going through the story. It feels like they're like my little friends or something that I'm playing with. It is the best. So.
The community is great, and I kind of like just seeing everyone connect over something beautiful. And honestly, if you're in the Pokemon community, no one cares other than you like Pokemon. A lot of other fandoms give a lot of hate for other things, but Pokemon's just don't do that. And that is just a wonderful community to be a part of.
The Arlington Public Library wanted to provide a space for Pokemon fans to trade, battle, and just have a good time with other Pokemon enthusiasts. And I can safely say they achieved that and more. They even said that they used to have a Pokemon club at the library, so who knows? You might be able to see it come back thanks to the great turnout of 2023's Pokemon Day. Gotta say, Victor, I think I could go out there and compete in the NFL Combine right now. You know, I think I could really show off my holding the football for the kicker abilities.
In your dreams, Mauricio, we both know at most you're the backup to the guy holding the football.
Oh.
But how about we go to our sports anchor, Jasmine Grace, to hear about some news about plans for the NFL Combine and more. Jasmine, what do you have for us?
Break, I'll talk to you about the Mavericks' recent struggles, the Dallas Cowboys' NFL Combine prospects, and how we're going to need your help tomorrow for a potential record-setting event. Stay with us.
Can I see your voter registration, please? All right, you're good. No registration, no entry. All right. Let me see your voter registration card, please.
I'm not registered to vote.
No registration, no entry.
Dude, my friends are already in there.
No registration, no entry.
What the?
Join the club. Register to vote today.
So a man's been walking in the desert for days at a time. He finally comes across a bar and orders a Coke.
That's not funny.
Eh? Man, I have all these non-perishable food items and I don't know what to do with them.
I don't have any food at all.
Do you have too many non-perishable goods?
Yeah.
Have you run out of food and can't get any more?
Yeah.
Well, don't have a cow? Head on down to the UNT Food Pantry. Located behind Crumley Hall and Diamond Eagle Student Resource Center, the Food Pantry is the place for UNT students to get all the food they need. You'll be utterly surprised by all the options they have there. From gluten-free to lactose intolerant, even vegan and vegetarian, they have it all. Go to studentaffairs.unt.edu/food pantry for more information.
Move on down to the UNC Food Pantry.
Last night, the Dallas Mavericks took on the Indiana Pacers at home. The Mavericks lost by 2 to the 12th seed in the Eastern Conference, making the Mavs 1-4 in games where Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic have played together. The Indiana Pacers' Tyrese Halliburton scored 32 points on 50% shooting, and Dallas native Miles Turner had 24 points and 4 blocks for the Pacers as well. The Pacers are currently 7 games below 500, but were able to come out with an impressive win against the Mavs. The Mavericks have been struggling lately. They have lost 6 games out of their last 10 and have moved down to the 7th seed in the Western Conference. With 19 games left in the season, hopefully the Mavs are able to turn things around so they can make a playoff run. The NFL Combine began yesterday in Indianapolis, and many Dallas Cowboys fans are wondering what position the Cowboys will take with the 26th pick in the NFL Draft. The Cowboys have a lot of expiring contracts on their roster on both ends of the ball, so fans are really tuned in this offseason. The top 3 positions the fans voted to draft first, according to DallasCowboys.com, was cornerback, wide receiver, and running back. The NFL Combine workouts are this week, and the NFL Draft is April 27th to April 29th in Kansas City. UNT students and Mean Green fans, we need your help. Tomorrow on March 2nd, we're trying to make history by breaking the attendance record in the Super Pit. Tomorrow's men's basketball game will be nationally televised against Middle Tennessee at 7 p.m. right here in Denton. The theme is white out, so wear white and come out and support our boys as they compete in their second to last game of the season before the conference tournament next week. It will be a blast. There will be free pizza offered before the game at 5 p.m., so we need everyone to come out, have a great time, and cheer our team on. Do not miss it. Well, that's all I have for sports tonight. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jasmine. I got to say, Victor, I'm going to be that 26th pick for the Cowboys. You watch me.
Okay.
Harsh. But thank you for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow here at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.